In the weeks leading to TNA's first event of 2025, Genesis, WWE announced that it was signing a multi-year partnership with them. So in this video, I analyze what that deal means for both companies and professional wrestling overall. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sudden Impact, your premier destination for news about TNA Wrestling. I'm John, and without further ado, let's get started. This is Sudden Impact. TNA Wrestling has undoubtedly had the best start to 2025 than most other professional wrestling companies, with announcing an international TV deal in Canada, re-signing wrestlers who are currently involved heavily in their programming, moving their tapings and events to larger venues, the announcement of a working agreement with WWE, which is a much better deal than the one they had with them in 2024. This new deal will see TNA wrestlers appear on NXT programming mainly, which includes NXT TV, NXT PLEs, but also some main roster programming, such as potential episodes of Raw and SmackDown, as well as some WWE PLEs. Now, this is very intriguing with the Royal Rumble coming up on Sunday. So, in return, WWE will send mostly NXT talent to appear on TNA's programming, but also some of the main roster talent as well. For those of you who are hoping that AJ Styles comes back to TNA Wrestling in some way, shape, or form, now's the best chance for this to happen. So with that, as I said earlier, the Royal Rumble is Saturday, and current TNA World Champion Joe Hendry will be in Indianapolis, where the Royal Rumble is happening over that weekend. So in previous years, WWE and TNA have worked out a deal which has seen TNA wrestlers appear in the Royal Rumble, previous years' Royal Rumbles. So this one started off with Mickie James and Jordynne Grace appearing in the Women's Royal Rumbles in previous years. Now, Mickie James's first appearance in the Rumble as a TNA wrestler was while she was Knockouts World Champion, as well as last year when Jordynne Grace also appeared in the Rumble while being the Knockouts Champion as well. And since WWE has had a TNA wrestler in the Royal Rumble, they have generally been booked quite strongly, especially Jordynne Grace, whose performance last year was one of the best parts of the women's match. So TNA should take courage that if Joe Hendry does appear in the Royal Rumble, he will most likely be booked favorably. Not saying that he would win the Rumble, but he would just have a good showing, let's just say that. And potentially also get the biggest pop of the whole event. Are you liking this video? Want to see more? Then like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's free, and it helps me produce more videos like this. Go ahead and do it, so I can continue to bring you news from TNA Wrestling. But you don't want to hear about that now, do you? You want me to break down the details and discuss the real reason why WWE signed this partnership with TNA Wrestling. Well, while it may seem that WWE are trying to help TNA out of the goodness of their heart, the reason is more sinister. See, WWE has formed these partnerships throughout the whole time, basically, that Vince McMahon ownership from his father in the early 80s. So I'll just go briefly over it. So he waited until the deal was done when he had finally gotten ownership of WWE. And then he effectively destroyed the territory system in the United States and Canada by offering each of those separate companies, biggest name wrestlers, more money than they could have ever dreamt of. Like, that money was made by being rather ambitious and strong-handed with his dealings with the broadcasters, and even owning some venues which they ran shows, and basically signing exclusive deals with the other venues, so it would lock the other companies out from running their shows in those particular arenas. So as the territory slowly closed, WWE swooped on all of their wrestlers, as well as their TV slots, if they had any. Now, this was the main reason why Vince McMahon did that. He wanted to take the WWE national, and the only way that could be done in the 80s was by buying other companies and taking their TV slots. Now, this was done by Vince, who saw every other wrestling company in America and the world as just simply a feeder system to the WWE. And this was said by him and by people close to him in the Mr. McMahon Netflix documentary. And so he would do anything to get the biggest names to sign for him, as well as their TV slots. Now, this practice continued into the 90s with Smoky Mountain Wrestling and ECW, also in the 2000s with the actual purchases of WCW and ECW. In the 2010s with the US independents, including most notably Evolve and Ring of Honor, as well as the UK and European scene with ICW, Progress, and WXW in Germany, all signing similar agreements with the WWE. And the only way WWE's new partnership with TNA is different is that they are sending notable NXT wrestlers to TNA Wrestling. Now, this was reported by Wrestling Observer newsletter and several other sources, stating that WWE is assisting TNA Wrestling with signing new international TV deals with the broadcasters that previously aired them before they moved to Netflix a couple of weeks ago. Now, this is done so that AEW is prevented from signing deals with those broadcasters themselves. Now, this also includes potentially signing a deal with WWE's former United States broadcaster, the USA Network, as well as getting onto the streaming service Peacock. As far as WWE buying TNA Wrestling, though, it was also noted by several sources that it won't happen anytime soon, as TKO, WWE's parent company, is facing a lawsuit with their shady business deals and being examined under a fine-tooth comb, and most likely it will in the near future. But TNA has also upped their game, selling out larger venues, holding live tapings, and starting to sign those international deals with the former broadcasters of WWE programming. Now, to view a list of what TNA should do to become a major player in 2025, click the link above to watch the video. While they have done some of these things, or are planning to do them in the future, they haven't received the full benefits of those yet. as they were only recently done and haven't begun to actually fully reap those rewards. So that's all for this episode. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Leave your comments down below on what you think will come out of this partnership between TNA and WWE. And ring the bell for notifications on new videos. Check out these videos that are appearing on the screen now. Also, catch this episode wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, I'm John, and this has been Sudden Impact.